Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning and welcome, you guys. I want to give a very special welcome to the 10 of you guys who have been here for 15 minutes. Man, some of you guys have dialed in 15 minutes ago, so we're going to get to you really quick this morning. Since you took the time to dial in so early, we're going to make sure that we get to you very, very quickly. So I'm going to keep my comments really, really short and tight this morning. But here's what I do want to say. I do want to say this. Welcome to Traffic Report. You're listening to Traffic Report right now on RadioLeverage.com. RadioLeverage.com is the internet radio home of the Traffic Academy. That's a lot to think about, right? You got Traffic Report, you've got Radio Leverage, you got Traffic Academy, you've got Traffic Optimizer, you've got, Traffic Authority, you got all this stuff, right? But it's really, really quite simple. It's just a whole bunch of ninjas. We're just a tribe that comes together every single day to share our enthusiasm, support each other, ask some questions right here at Traffic Report, the radio home of the Traffic Authority, the world leader in internet education, motivation, inspiration, and top-tier English-speaking, high-converting traffic, right? That's what we're all here really to do is monetize a list, create a list, understand what we really can do with a list, learn a new skill. That's a lot, right? But really, it just boils down to paying attention, plugging in, and you'll have the result. Like this morning, sent out an email. I'm sure that most of you received the email I sent out this morning. 3 things, right? There's only 3 things to do. Register for tonight's webinar. We have a webinar tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Reseller Training Webinar. It's worth 5 points. 5 points. And if you're here right now, chalk up 3. Swoosh, a 3-pointer. You get 3 points for showing up on the radio show every single day. And we sent out the daily marketing plan this morning. Have you taken the time to go through there? That's another 3 points. So you get 11 points. It's only 8:02 in the morning. Right? If you've taken the time to do the things we said and you're out here on the West Coast, like the music just stopped. The radio leverage music just stopped. And you can have 11 points if you do the simple things, right? Now, the daily marketing plan we send out every single day. It is a daily marketing plan, and I know some of you guys are assuming things like, oh, I saw the daily marketing plan. Saw that one yesterday. Yeah, saw it last week. Did you really? Did you really take the time to read every single word? Pretend it's whatever rag that you read in the morning. Maybe you read the New York Times. Who knows? Maybe you read the Chicago Tribune. I don't know where you live in the world. I don't know, the Observer in London, someplace in Australia. Somebody hit me up on Facebook. Want to know, where was I in Australia? I was at Sheraton on the Park. That was my favorite spot in Sydney. I think we were there 3 times. 3 times Sheraton on the Park. That's where we were. But whatever newspaper that you read, how about you chuck the newspaper, forget about, the Fox News Network and ESPN and all the stuff, and read the daily marketing plan. Just read it. I think it was Kenneth from Pittsburgh who mentioned the other day, that he reads the daily marketing plan, and every single time he reads it, pop, something comes out. There's something else, right? There's something new. There's a lot of words in that daily marketing plan. When you're having your coffee, read it. Plus, you get 3 points. So for those of you that do the thing, like we say in the emails, if you do the thing, you're going to get the result. And today is Snoop's birthday. You know who Snoop Dogg is? Snoop Doggy Dog. You know what Snoop says? Today's his birthday, and he says that when he's done with rapping, like being one of the coolest rappers in the world, he's going to open up an ice cream parlor, and he's going to call it Scoop Dog. And he actually did say that. But he said something, because today is his birthday. Today is Snoop Doggy Dog's birthday. But he said something, and I'm kind of like, I'm going to make this my moniker, okay? Okay? Like Kenneth in Pittsburgh, he says, ain't no objection. Excuse me. Well, here's my, or the guy Kenneth says, there ain't no opposition to my position. You guys know who Kenneth is, right? He calls in almost every single day. He's always on Facebook. Kenneth from Pittsburgh. He has a really cool video with him underneath an umbrella. He always says, "Ain't no opposition to my position." That's his moniker, quote unquote, right? Well, here's what I'm going to borrow from Snoop. You know, and yesterday I'll admit I was a little bit cranky on the radio show, but that's okay. But here's my moniker, and I'm going to borrow this. And as we move through the questions today, if I may seem abrupt at times, here's why. Because I have this in common with Snoop. Are you ready? And I quote, "I tell the truth, and I know what I'm talking about. That's why I am a threat." Thank you for that, Snoop. Snoop Doggy Dogg. I tell the truth, and I know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm a threat. All right, listen, I want to make sure that you guys are showing up on Facebook, okay? I was on there this morning, and I actually posted something on Facebook about all of the testimonials. Now, those testimonials are worth 20 points each. You know, we are having this Halloween contest. We are giving away $20,000 in prizes and cash, and everybody's eligible. Yes, we will be addressing who the top earners are and the top point getters are, but there's also a drawing. You'll learn more about that this evening on the webinar. You can register right now for the webinar. Go and register. You can go to trafficweblive.net. That's the registration page, trafficweblive.net. There it is, register for tonight. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. And so I want to make sure that you guys go there. But I was looking this morning on the Facebook page at the volume of testimonials, the video testimonials. Okay, if you go down the Facebook page, it's usually pretty close to the top. There is a thread of testimonials that is like mind-blowing. As a matter of fact, I posted on there this morning. I said, "Have you guys seen these testimonials?" or something like that. Wow, this is amazing. And somebody jumped right in and said, "Yes, I have seen those, and I'm using them as Facebook posts." You know, actually borrowing some of those testimonials and using them as Facebook posts. How cool is that, right? So make sure that you're aware of what you're doing and the results that you're having. And the thing I love about that testimonial stream, and I want you guys to really check this out, right? How excited people are when they make their first $100 or they make their first $10. I just love the testimonials. You know, people have they're looking for this internet marketing thing for a long time, right? People are trying to get this point and click magic going. You know, how do I monetize and make money for myself on the internet? All this stuff is going on, and it really is a cool thing, right? It really is a cool thing. And the testimony is that people are having results. People are excited because they actually had $10 show up in their e-wallet because they took some simple action. They had $100. Made $6,000. You know, people are doing some serious damage to their bank accounts here. You know, I mean, did you ever consider what a difference $300, $400, $500 a month would make in your lifestyle right now? I don't care who you are. You know, and there's also this magic. I call it magic. Make a grand in commission. You know, you make a grand in commission. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care if you're Richard Branson. You can do something with a grand. $1,000 is some money, man. Make a grand in commission. Magic. And I see people on there who are getting there. They're on their way there. They're hitting the magic kingdom of $1,000 in commission and residual commission. It really is cool. Now, I know that many of you are brand spanking new. You just got started. We have some momentum going on right now. We have hundreds of people a day who are joining us. And I know there are many of you right now listening for the very first time. I want you to consider what you're seeing on that page. And if you're brand spanking new, you know, I heard yesterday even I think somebody asked the question about, you know, they're getting some resistance, or what do you say to somebody when they, you know, kind of give you some resistance or whatever the case may be. They're kind of giving you some objections. We'll send them over to the Facebook page. Let the Facebook page do the work for you. How about that? They go to the Facebook page, and it is like an avalanche of testimonies and an avalanche of good news. And you can get points by just making a contribution. And you know, when you make a contribution, this is a tribe here, right? We're all ninjas. We all hang together every single day. And, you know, we support each other, right? Like, I got your back, Celeste. I got your back, Barry. Okay? Ed, I got your back, Carlos. I got your back, right? So you have my back, okay? Let's support each other by banging out some testimonials. How simple is it? How long does it take for you to just go give a quick testimonial on Facebook? How long? And you get points, right? And then you're supporting the cause. You're supporting everyone. Just do it, man. It's actually kind of fun, and you get quick at it, right? You really understand how simple it is, and before you know it, bang, 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 you can bang those things out. Your voice is being heard. You're supporting the community, and then the next thing you know, your bank account is growing and swelling. Pretty cool, huh? Now, listen. Normally, I go for about 20 minutes here before I open up the lines, but there are so many of you right now. I'm actually a little bit nervous, because there are so many of you who have pressed 1. So I know that you have some things that you want to share. And you have some questions, I'm sure that you do. And know this, as Snoop Dogg said, I tell the truth, and I know what I'm talking about. That's why I am a threat. That's what Snoop said. And so that's me. So if you ask me a question, I'm going to give you the straight dope. Maybe you're not going to like the answer. Yesterday I was a little bit rough with a couple of people, and I apologize for that, but you'll get over it. So here's the deal. There's a whole bunch of you guys in the queue right now. I'm going to say the last 4 digits of your telephone number. I'm going to say your last 4 digits of your phone number. And then I'm going to ask you to come out and state your name. I'm going to go like this. 9190, you're next. 5649, you're up. And then you come out and you say your first name, the city, the state, the country that you're calling from, and then just let her rip. Let's just have it. Now, if you have a question, I want you to please use the support ticket. Use the support desk, right? Use it. Yeah, I saw yesterday on Facebook, Jamie, one of our brand new customer service reps, was talking about how excited she was and how much she's learning and what a blast it is. If you have a technical question, please send it into the support desk. Please, if you would do us that favor. Now, I know that many of you are not listening right now and you just can't wait to get that question asked. All right, well, here's a rule. If you are going to ask a question, you got to stick around for the answer. That's something that is frustrating, right? Somebody comes out and they're on the radio and they've got several questions. They've got 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, and they rattle off the questions. And then I start getting the answers to the questions, and I look, and they've already hung up. I'm like, really? So if you're going to ask a question, okay, we'll get to the questions. But please make sure that you stick around so we can give you the answer to your question. Now, if you're listening online right now, we are streaming right now live. And be aware of that when you come out on the radio. The entire world is listening. We get thousands of people who listen to this radio show. It really is amazing. So if you're listening right now to our live stream at radioleverage.com, that's where we're broadcasting right now, radioleverage.com, live on the internet. And you do want to make a comment or ask a question, you got to pick up the telephone, and then dial. You dial 914-338-0631. And after you dial 914-338-0631, there's a lovely British woman there, and she's going to tell you that, that you can press 1 on the keypad to speak to the host. So what you do is you press 1 on the keypad, and then you just wait, okay? Because I'm looking right now, there are probably 20 of you, maybe more, 20 of you, maybe 30 of you who are in line waiting right now. And I want you to consider to keep it moving, right? Let's keep it moving, because if you take 2 minutes and there's 30 people in the queue, that's an hour right there. Does that mean that somebody who just dialed in, you might be here for an hour and a half before you get to come out here? So here's the other thing I want to recommend that you do. Let's make good use of this time, okay? Let's make good use of this time. So while we're here this morning on the radio, I want you to be doing some things. I want you to be sending to your list, okay? Like, did you ever consider sending to your list that says, hey, I'm listening to radioleverage.com right now. We are live on the radio. You've got to come over and hear some of the stories from these people who are just having results, man, ! Maybe you send an email. Maybe you post on your page, hey, mosey on over right now, radioleverage.com. Here's the telephone number. You got to hear this chick. She's off the hook. And, of course, we're talking about, I don't know, Kara, I don't know, Holly, maybe Celeste. All these women are off the hook, right? Maybe you're posting something, I don't know. Maybe you're sending a text message. Maybe you're sending a text message right now saying, hey, want to remind you about the webinar tonight. In the meantime, join me right now. I'm on the radio. When was the last time you started sending some text messages? There is a webinar tonight. And I know that there are hundreds of you listening right now, and hundreds you have already registered for tonight's webinar. You know what? It's a reseller's webinar. It's a reseller webinar, but I won't tell if you invite a prospect or two. I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to tell Adam. I'm not going to rat you out or throw you under the bus. if you invite someone to the resellers training webinar tonight and they've yet to make a decision to get in here. So today, as we sit here this morning on the radio show, we're going to go through, I don't know, we'll get as many of you, we're going to get every single one of you, every single person who presses 1 will get a chance, and get some work done. Okay, get some work done. Be sending some email, going through the marketing plan, do some stuff, okay? And I'm going to know, here's the last thing I'm going to say, and I don't want to hear any talk back. I don't want anybody flacking back on me here, okay? I don't want to hear any pushback when it comes to whether or not you should have ketchup on a hot dog. I am from the city of Chicago, and you are forbidden in the city limits. You're forbidden to put ketchup on a hot dog. It's like a sin, man. It's a sin against nature. All right, let's get rolling here. 9190, you're first. Let's get to it. 9190, you're first up. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. This is Earl Teets, the Mountain Man, and what a blessing we have here at Traffic Authority. You know, I like the way Vincent Ortega Jr., my sponsor, explains that nobody jumps out right after birth and starts a marathon. Nobody walks. You know, you got to crawl before you walk. You're going to fall. You're going to skin your knees. And one of the things I've learned is you got to be willing to go through that process. Like you said yesterday, have patience. And we really have a beautiful thing with the daily marketing plan that's here. It really is a blessing. I do have a question, but it's not really a technical question. It's, if we've done our job right and done our part, we're getting ready to turn our traffic on. We turn the traffic on, hit the manage traffic, and then it says link pending. How many days do we wait before we send in a support ticket?
You know what? What you can do is, it depends on how many days do you want to wait before you want your traffic to roll. Do you want your traffic to roll today? Send it in right now. And let me ask you this, Earl, the Mountain Man. Thank you very much for coming out here, dude. You were the first guy here over a half hour ago. I mean, I was only on my second cup of coffee, and you were already waiting in the queue. So let me send in right now. You want to get you? So are you pending link review right now?
Yeah, it's been there since Friday. I just figured the system was working and I needed to be patient.
Okay.
But,
okay, since Friday. Okay. Well, I'm right now. I'm sending in.
Up here. I'm just going to be quiet and just encourage everybody. Invite everybody you can to these events. Get on these radio shows. Follow those daily marketing plans. If a toothless guy from Montana like me can make this thing happen, believe me, you can do it. And I've never had a hot dog my whole life without ketchup. I'm going to have to order a hot dog from Chicago or something and try one out.
Dude, a Chicago hot dog, there's none like it. There's no ketchup allowed. They don't even have it at the hot dog stands. It's mustard, it's onion, it's some of that relish. It's got a little bit of celery salt on there. You got some sport peppers. I mean, it is gourmet eating. But listen, Earl, what's your username? I'm going to send this right in right now to get your pending link review handled right now. What is your username?
Earl, T is in Tango, and the E in Earl is capitalized.
Got it. All right, man. I sent it in right now to the desk. We'll be on that thing this morning. Thank you very much, Earl, the Mountain Man.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Well, you are excited, and ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see what Earl the Mountain Man is talking about, this guy's an awesome guy, and he's a very handsome man. Don't let him BS you with that toothless Mountain Man stuff, because you can see him. He's got 2 videos in the marketing, in your marketing links section under the business opportunity testimonials. He's in there twice. Earl is so excited. He's in there twice. It's 5649. You're next up. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Joe. This is Bert from beautiful Canyon Lake, California.
Good morning, Bert. How are you today?
I'm doing great. What a nice platform we have in Radio Leverage. It reminds me of getting together with a bunch of friends at a breakfast table and just shooting the, it's great listening to Earl, listening to Gilbert James, Frank from beautiful Myrtle Beach, Kara from Austin. I'm just thrilled. I just can't believe we have this Monday through Friday it's amazing. So God bless you, Joe, and a virtual kiss on the forehead for Carly Rose.
And thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bert, for calling in. And you're reminding me of a time way back when I used to have to go do meetings in like, I don't know, IHOP or Denny's or something. I can remember going to those breakfast meetings with the team, with the group, and sitting there. And I remember one time specifically, I was sitting there in my white slacks and my loafers and a giant Hawaiian shirt. And some guy saying, "Man, I want to do what you do. Look at how relaxed you are." I'm like, "Well, you are doing what I do." Just sitting around the table like you just said, Bert, coming together for breakfast. Good morning, 7659. You're next up in the queue, calling in from 847, The Chi.
Hey, good morning there, Big Joe. This is Southside Fred. How are you today?
Southside Fred, I'm doing great. And I'm trying to get these guys to understand that on the South Side, we do not put ketchup on a hot dog.
Oh, my God. You get shot right in sight. That's down. It's in the post office. It's not that. You can't ask for ketchup. It's just not. You can't run out of ketchup for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, Fred, good morning. How are you today? What's going on with you?
Good. Listen, first of all, I want to thank you. On Friday, I think it was, Friday, you took my username and that thing got taken care of like immediately. Like within 10 minutes, I was done with that. So I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, sir.
Yesterday you were not crabby or nothing like that. Sometimes tough love.
Mm-hmm.
There is things you got to do every day in this business. You got to read your plan. You got to check your emails. You got to, and sometimes people need a little spanking just to get it, just to get in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were just right, and I think I'd rather have someone tell me flat out the truth than sugarcoat it and make me fall. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
That's what my guy go, and I'm telling you, Orlando's the same way. I ask him flat out, "Hey, here's what I want to do. What I'm going to use. Tell me the truth." This guy told me right off the bat, "Hey, this is good. This is bad. I don't like you." I think what you did was perfect. I really believe that. I'm not saying anybody out there is wrong, but this is you gotta keep at it, to make it. And this is the type of job, I think you did great, Joe. You have nothing to apologize about, or I think you did fantastic, because sometimes we all need a little spanking. That's why I listen to you every day. Whether I get on or not, I listen to you just because it gives me ideas of what to do next. I listen to other people, and I gather my ideas, and then I go to work that day,
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Listen, Southside Fred, I want to thank you for jumping out here this morning. And what I call it sometimes is it's like it's an iron fist, but I'm wearing a velvet glove. We do it with love, right? We just want people to get to results as quickly as they can. And if we can share some experience that we've had that will assist you in just getting a little bit closer to the finish line, that's what we're about. Southside Fred. And thank you for the support on the hot dogs, man. I'm getting a lot of people who are thinking that, no, I put ketchup on a hot dog. I'm like, yeah, if you're 4 years old, you do. But so listen, Southside Fred, thank you very much, man. Talk to you soon, okay?
Buddy, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's keep it moving here. I think this is this Frank calling in? Hello,
this
number
is
one.
Frank from beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The sun is shining, and it's a great day to play in traffic. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Frank. How are you today, man? You sound like you're doing great.
I am doing fantastic. Look, Joe, I want to keep it moving real quickly, like you asked. But I have three nuggets that I want to share.
Mm-hmm.
The first nugget is I would like to be like Diamond Dave. That is to say, I would like to find the address to send a check or do a direct deposit so I can upgrade to Diamond. Can somebody send me an email with the address that I need to send a check to?
Well, I don't know that we send checks. I'll find that out for you. I'll have somebody get a hold of you. Can't you just go upgrade in your member back office?
I need to send a check or do a direct deposit.
Okay.
So next
go ahead.
Next little nugget is do we have a process? I know I'm looking on Fridays, and you were asking if we were willing to do the follow-ups. I've been doing webinars for many years, and I always did 2 follow-ups. I did a follow-up for the shows and the no-shows, but on GoToMeeting we had a list that told us who showed up, who registered and showed up, and who registered but did not show up. Does Google Hangout have such a thing? If they do, I'd love to get it because there's two different messages for a show and a no-show.
I'll bring this up in a leadership meeting, okay, in a technology meeting, because right now I know that there's some customization going on there. Like right now we have a unique opportunity for people, and I thank you, Dave. I know they do not have that feature, yes. And Dave, listen, Diamond Dave, I was just saying, they don't have that feature standard, but we're doing some customization. We're doing some customization, Frank, to the invites and to the follow-up emails, and so we will add that to the pile of things to be considered and see how that can be done. I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to use GoToMeeting and GoToWebinar for the last 10 years. I know exactly what you're talking about. You want to know who was invited, who showed up, who didn't show up, because you want to give them a separate follow-up mechanism, right? You want to follow up with the people who did and the people who didn't, and you want to customize that language to those two groups. Got it, and we are working on that. And I know that we're working on it. Last nugget, go ahead.
Last nugget is, I know that when you ask for a phone number, you cut your response in about 1/3. You get about 1/3 as many people who will sign up. However, if you use the following verbiage, optional to be notified 10 minutes before showtime, enter best text number, and then people wanting to be notified 10 minutes before, because it's optional, will put in a text number. However, if I had that text number, guess what I would do with that text number?
You would call them. And I want you also to know that we are aware of that, and we have that piece going in right now. Okay, we have that piece going in right now. And for your information on the traffic authority side, we're going to be sending text messages. It's a very, very expensive proposition to be sending 10, 20, 30, 40,000 text messages because they charge you per number. So it can get it's a big project, and it's a great idea, and your idea is duly noted. And some of that stuff we're already working on. We'll be back with you. I'll have somebody get a hold of you, Frank, about that wiring or direct deposit information so you can get yourself to Diamond, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You're very, very welcome. And, in Diamond, I think that's, well, there's a hell of a lot of points there towards the contest because you do get points when you buy traffic. 5691, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. It's Steve Schumacher in Portland, Oregon. How are you this morning, buddy?
I'm great, Steve. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Real quick question, and it's not a big deal. I'm pretty patient. You guys know that. When I go to my back office, I see that my active orders, I've got a traffic package running. I just checked it. It doesn't say pending link review or anything like that. When I go to Traffic Optimizer, it says 142 clicks, 28 leads, and it's been sitting there kind of like that for a very long time, for a couple of days now. I know that you said they were working on something. Or are they still working on that, like fixing the issue that was going on? If so, I'll just wait a little bit longer.
All right. Thank you very much. I just sent in a support ticket for you that says Steve Schumacher says his traffic is stuck. I do know that traffic is flowing right now. It is like running. The traffic is running. So, Steve, we'll have somebody take a look into your thing to make sure that you have your traffic moving. Steve, I'll ask you to double check to make sure that you don't have your limiter set to X amount of dollars a day or X amount of clicks a day. Make sure that on your side you're requesting requesting your traffic to roll. 2949, come on out here. You're next. 2959. Sorry.
Carlos Rodriguez from New York City, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, man. Oh, man, so excited. It's exciting when your business partners and your teammates are making money with you and you reap some of the benefits of the leverage in this business is amazing. But first and foremost, I'm premium. Did that video for the Meet Your Sponsor. I think I plugged that in nice in there. Yeah, man, I'm just reaping all the benefits of the premium. I'm studying all the videos. Gonna implement all of those later on tonight because I'm off the 9 to 5 today, so I'm gonna spend some time with my daughter Carly Rose. Thank you, Bert, for the shout out. Yeah, man, just plugging in. Go ahead.
And I know you are. I see you on Facebook all the time, racking up some points. And you know what, Carlos? The reason you're having so much result, dude, is because you are focusing on the other people, right? You're actually focusing on your team, how they doing, and it really is cool. And I don't know if yesterday, I think it was Gilbert James was mentioning yesterday that we should all get together in NYC at the place where you're hanging every single night to get together as a group, have the tribe be showing up there. But listen, man, I'm going to
hit Gilbert James up today when I have some time. Connect with him and everything. But again, man, just want to say to everybody, man, if you focus and you look where you're going with this, man, it's gonna be amazing. And I heard some bad news. Not part of TA, but in my personal life. The business that I'm actually in might be closing 3 to 4 months. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go find a new 9 to 5. I'm gonna put all my resources. I know a lot of people say don't put your eggs all in one basket, but this is the only basket at the moment that I know. So I'm all in with everything. I'm just gonna work 10 times harder, and I'm gonna definitely kick some ass now, knowing that the business that I'm working on 9 to 5 is going out of business in the next 4 or 5 months. So that gives me an opportunity, get some money there, invest everything back over here, and just blow this shit the fuck up. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know what? I love the truth, man. I do, and I thank you for that. And you know, one time a guy said to me, he was a guy. He was actually a champion motocross guy, right? That's what he did. He was a champion motocross guy. You know, those bikes. And he. I remember one time I was in a training with this guy, and he was talking about keeping your eye on the prize. Just keep your eye on the prize, okay? Keep your eye on the prize. He said in motocross, those kids that drive those crazy bikes, he was a motocross racer. He said the bike would go where you look. He said it was just like a natural tendency. If he would look to the left, that bike was going left. And if he would look to the right, that bike was going right. But if he had his eyes on a target, he knew exactly where he was going. He never takes his eyes off the target, and that thing is going in a straight line right towards the target. That's what that guy said one time in a training call. And that's what you're talking about, Carlos. Just keep your eye on the prize, man. Just keep your eye on the prize. And if you know you got a 3 or a 4 month window before something else that you're working on is going to be going away, dude, with your action and with your activity and your focus and your drive and your knowing and your belief and your consistency and your work ethic, 3 to 4 months you should be able to replace and do way. And even in NYC, the home of the $20 burger, I know what it costs to live in NYC, man. So I know that you just keep moving. Just keep moving towards the target, for real. 0416, you're next up in the queue. Good morning, 0416. You're next.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm glad. I was just about to mute you after you've been waiting in line for a half hour. Good morning.
Yes,
Who is this?
I have. I'm so glad you did it, Mr. Wellens. This is Aronia Mullen calling from North Carolina, and I am with Mr. Preston.
I love Preston. I mentioned him today.
Oh, I love him too. I am so glad to be with you guys, and I will see you in December.
Yes, you will.
All right. I will continue to call in and get myself in gear to move up your ladder. How about that?
Excellent. Thank you very much for calling in. I'm hoping to see
You're welcome.
In December. I know that we're going to be doing an event a little bit later than that, but you never know. 0618, you are next up. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. This is Gilbert James in New York City, the United States of America. How's everybody doing?
We're doing great, Gilbert, and your name just came up talking to Carlos. How are you doing this morning?
Pretty good. I'm so excited just hearing the positive feedback and the positive energy from everybody. Carlos, of course. I mean, the guy is built for success. You could hear it in his voice. You could hear the energy. You can hear his willingness to connect with other people. He's a champion already, and he's realizing it one step at a time. Oh, man, I just want to thank Carlos for that. I want to thank all the people in the back office, all the new people who are doing support to help us all move forward our traffic authority business. Hey, it's great. Things are really, really moving into momentum, and people are beginning to win like they've never won before. I want to also say hello and thanks to Steve, Big Earl, the bro from Myrtle Beach, Dave, Big Diamond Dave, with his success. He's always talking about success, and he's always inspiring people. It's really, really great. And all the winning girls out there on our team. Hey, you can't win without having some winning girls on the team. But, Joe, I mean, you are a fantastic teacher. You said the other day that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, to me, it feels like, and I see, that Traffic Authority is that teacher. Traffic Authority provides us all with the supernatural tools, the resources, the learning, the Traffic Academy, the Traffic Optimizer, to help us really build a business, to make a lot of money marketing traffic, getting the tools to build an online business, whether it's network marketing in our minds or online marketing. Traffic Authority provides us with the tools. Now, we can win because by nature, as men and women, as boys and girls, we were born to win. If we just use our imagination, one of the powerful tools that we have is the ability. Everybody has a mind. We have an ability to imagine what we want to be, what we want to do, what we want to have. So if we begin to imagine ourselves using the Traffic Authority tools, using the learning, using the video training, seeing ourselves daily, just like we should be reading one book an hour a day, in personal development or inspirational development, we should be reading every day at least an hour, but we should also begin to see and use our power of visualization to see in our mind sign-ups, residual income, commissions, and that's part of being a creative person. You may say, well, Gilbert, in New York City, how do we do that? Well, we got to activate. We have to turn on and up our creative powers that we have. We can use the creative power of imagination. Now, Joe, I am not a religious person at all. I'll be the first one to stand up that I'm not. But people believe in God, Jehovah, Buddha, Krishna, Allah, Quetzalcoatl. They all say that all of us come from God. We all come from that Most High. The Bible says, and I'll tell you this, the Bible is not the only inspirational book on this earth. There's a lot. I can tell you that. Think and Grow Rich is one of them. But the Bible teaches us that, man, we were made in the image and the likeness of God. I didn't make this up in Hawaii or in Harlem or somewhere in Chicago. The Scripture teaches us that we were made in the image of the Most High, of God. So we have the same creative power as our Father. People who believe in Jesus or the prophets, Jesus said, he didn't say when they said, hey, Jesus, teach us how to pray so we could win in the game of life. He didn't say, oh, here's what you do. You say, oh, Father, God of mine. He didn't say that. He said, our Father. So, Joe, team members, we all have in our nature the creative power to create the kind of winning world that we want for ourselves, make all the money we want for ourselves, for our families, and to help a lot of other people succeed. Now, this is not religion. I believe this is true. So I just wanted to share that because by nature, we can win with Traffic Authority. All we need to do is use the tools, use the training, see ourselves winning in it. That's how I get leads in my back office. I see them there before they're there. And you could also win. And so I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to continue learning and to continue growing. There'll be challenges like I've had, but I'm staying on the good foot. I'm staying in the path to success that Traffic Authority provides us all. So I just wanted to say that and share that with the team.
Thank you very much, Gilbert James, and I agree with you. I feel the same way as you do about so many of the things that you just said. When I'm the student, the teacher just showed up, and that's you, man, and that's for sure. And thank you for that, for the comment about spirituality and the Creator and all that kind of stuff, because that does stuff. It's such a pivotal role. It's such a pivotal. It's a centerpiece of my own personal life, right?
Right.
And I'm there with you. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, and I'm so thankful. I mean, we got some things in common, so I think I'm on the right track with this.
You are, and I just want to say this. I want to say two words, Marianne Williamson, okay? This is like my favorite author. I got a crush on Marianne Williamson, actually. I've got a crush on her. And one of my favorite books, I listen to her all the time on audiobooks, right? And my favorite one, and I listen over and over and over, is The Law of Divine Compensation. And she talks about some of the things that we talk about here. She talks about the money thing. She talks about the financial crisis. She talks about creativity. She talks about alignment. And you mentioned the fact that you get leads coming in, and they're just coming in because it is people who are attracted to your vibration, to your commitment, to your beliefs, and birds of a feather. Okay, here's some truth. Here's some real truth. And I've had people get up in my face on this truth over the last 20 years. And I say, you know what? Your business is a direct reflection of your thoughts, your actions, and your deeds. One time a guy come up in my face and he's like, don't tell me that. Don't be giving me that crap, right? You're telling me that my business sucks because I suck? I'm like, hey, man, you said it, not me. Enough. I'm getting off the high horse. 6182, you're next up, coming out here. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Joe. This is Joe from Greeley, Colorado.
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
I'm fine. And how about yourself?
I'm doing great this morning. I'm feeling really, really excellent. And I got to tell you, I've been up since 3:30 local time. I've been up for 5 hours because a hellacious rainstorm. I mean,
is that right?
Flooding. It was really cool. Because in the desert, that's rare. So I've been up for hours.
I can imagine.
I'm in
hey, just real quick, I'll make this quick. I do have two things. On a positive note, it was great to see yesterday I received a commission, received it in my email, and it was like, oh, man, this is great. Traffic Authority is working, and I just keep plugging along with all the training and everything, and so it is working.
Excellent.
And so that was a good feeling. The other thing I have is maybe you could help me out. This is a tech thing. For some reason, when I got into the back office this morning, my reseller tab and everything does not work. It's telling me to upgrade, pay $20 and upgrade.
Okay.
And the links don't work back there in the resellers.
All right, let me ask you to do this, okay? I'll send in a ticket, but here's what I'm going to ask you to do, and maybe you've already done this, okay? And I will send something into Carl.
Okay, and I did send a support ticket in also this morning, but
I'm going to ask
ahead.
you. All right, here's another thing I'm going to ask you to do is clean the cookies in your browser, and then restart your computer. And then just yesterday I saw something on the internet. There was a discussion on the internet about people, websites, and their stuff not really working. And one of the things that they said to do when you have a challenge with a site, suddenly your stuff isn't working, they said what I just shared with you. Clean the cookies, reboot, restart your computer. And every week or so they said that you should disconnect your router in your house and then reconnect it. It will turn back on. It will fire back up. But usually it's just a reset thing, right? It's just a reset issue. But that being said, Joe, what is your full name on your account, okay? And I'll send this in to a support desk, and we'll look at it on this end as well.
The full name would either be Joe or Joseph. Last name is Wolfe, W-O-L-F-E.
Okay.
And I did reboot, and I tried 3 different browsers, so but I didn't clean the cookies. Do you want my username?
No, that's all right. Your full name is enough.
No.
Let's see.
Okay.
Your Joe Wolfe is enough. All right, Joe. Let's see. Your system is asking for a qualification.
Right. It's asking me to upgrade, and I'm in it for the full $194 a month. So it was working great yesterday, just today, this morning. So.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll get that done.
All right, thank you, Joe. You have a great day, sir.
Okay, and you're welcome, Joe. Thank you for calling in from Greeley, Colorado. And I know that the Mountain Man, I know that you're still there, Earl the Mountain Man. Go check your system, dude. Your traffic is flowing right now. And thank you very much. Joe Greeley talked about being all in, and we've heard a couple of people this morning, Joe in Greeley, Colorado, sorry. We've heard people talk about premium. Are you upgraded to premium, ladies and gentlemen? Have you taken advantage of the premium? Okay, it's an additional $50, but it is like sharpshooter stuff, okay? It is lethal marketing. It is the actual sales funnels that the number one earner is using. In there is a training that will teach you how to get yourself some leads without buying any traffic. What he did, this guy actually...
Stop that banging. Stop it.
Oh, whoa. Simmer down now. Here's what you should say to whoever's doing that banging. Here's what I say. to who's ever doing that banging.
Now.
0512, you're next. 0512, you're next. Hello? There we go. 0512, I'm sorry I had to do that to you. We'll move along to 9244. You're next up.
Well, good morning. It's Jody Sharkey from Phoenix, Arizona.
Jody, is this the brand new person who just got hired and is working in our community as a customer service ninja?
It is. And
good morning.
I just wanted to say, hey, good morning. I just wanted to say hey to everybody. Got into the system yesterday, started helping some people. Be sure to send your tickets in. We are diligently working on them and excited to get everybody helped.
And Jody, this is so exciting that you're here because I've mentioned you by name a couple times in the last couple of weeks here since we had that conversation and we had the privilege of hiring you up in our community. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jody. She's one of the support people that's working to handle your tickets. Please be kind and treat Jody. But I'll say this, Jody. I know you brought to the table some brand new concepts and some brand new ideas. So I'm thinking that you're going to be able to process a lot of tickets, very, very efficiently every single day. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Got through quite a few yesterday.
And what is it like? What are people kind to you? Are you still seeing 3, 4, 5 tickets, people freaking out over mundane things? Although nothing is mundane in the mind of the person who's looking for help, right?
Well, and most of it really depends on the skill level of the person with anything, techie. And, some people are very comfortable with certain things and others aren't, and you just have to walk them through that a little bit. But everyone has been so friendly and really appreciative of all that we're doing. So I really had a great day yesterday, and looking forward to getting back in this afternoon until tonight.
Let me ask you one more question, and then I'll let you go. So, is it a lot? I mean, are support tickets flowing in like crazy? Is it madness? Or does it seem to be like it's getting a bit more efficient? What do you think? People should be waiting 24 hours maybe for a return, 48 hours before they lose their minds? What do you think?
At this point, I would think, right now 3 to 5 days would be would be safe. That queue is continually watched. There's a significant number of tickets in there. We are getting through them. Excellent.
Well, listen, I won't take any more of your time. Jody Sharkey, one of our brand new hires, right? You've heard Doug Wellens. You've heard myself. We say we have brought more people in, and Jody Sharkey, you're one of them. Thank you very much. And go Packers. I know that you're a Wisconsin girl.
Oh, yeah, but I live in Phoenix. That's a smart way to be a Packer fan.
This is true. Maybe I'll see you up at the Buffalo Chip. I think that's not far from my house. That's the home of the Green Bay Packers, right down the street from the home of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Heralds. So listen, thank you very much, Jody. Get back to work. I really appreciate you showing up here today, and come out here more often, all right? Keep us in the loop on what's going on at the support level, okay?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, living proof. There's human beings at the other end of the support desk. Come on out here, 9353. You're next up.
Hey, Joe, Donald here in Omaha.
Hey, Donald, how are you today?
Okay, man. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, listen, just a heads up. On the traffic store, under active orders, managed traffic, there's no capture page number 3 in there. I know my computer's okay. I was doing some work, and I found this and went back and checked it, so I was trying to load that particular one. That's the one that's got the flashy background to it. So just want to give you a heads up on that.
There's no capture page 3 on the marketing links?
Right.
Okay.
In the traffic store where you go back to manage, like to load it, to use it, it's not there.
Okay, thank you very much.
There, but 3 isn't.
All right. Thank you very much, Donald. I'm looking at who I should send these. All right, thank you very much, sir. We'll get on that right away.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. And Diamond Dave is reporting that it's showing on his screen. He says he's using it right now. So Donald in Omaha, it must be something. You said you've checked your system right now I've got Diamond Dave right now in real time. Just hit me up right now, and he says it shows up on my screen. I'm using it right now. So again, maybe that's. I wish I could help you a little bit more, Donald, but we'll send in a ticket nonetheless. 8495. You're next up in the queue.
Hello, Joe. How are you this morning?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is Jerry. Nick's calling from Springfield, Missouri.
Springfield, Missouri. Good morning, Jerry. How are you today?
I'm fine. Listen, I just wanted to say before I get into my deal that you are the conduit for Traffic Authority and one of the finest communicators I've ever heard. And that's no bull. That's just a straight scoop. You are outstanding.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Anyway,
I appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
Well, you are. I get emails from you from Traffic Authority about the marketing. I didn't get one from you today. I got one from you yesterday, but not today. I just didn't want to miss out on the emails.
All right. Well, I'm going to make sure that you get it. I'll make sure that it is resent out. I sent out a whole bunch of them today. I think we had 70,000 emails queued up today, so it may take some time to get to you. But nonetheless, I'll narrow down the list and make sure that you do get that, Jerry. Thanks for calling in, and thank you for the comments and for the kind words. You're awesome.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. Jerry from Springfield, Missouri. Springfield, Missouri. Thank you very much, Jerry Nix. Let's keep it moving. 8696, you're next up. Good morning. Hello, 8696. Are you there? Let's see, it's 1650. Are you there?
You bet I'm here, Joe, buddy. It's Barry in Tucson. How are you?
Barry, I'm doing great. This morning. 8696 wasn't there. I thought I was knocked off the air. But it's good to hear from you, Barry. What's going on today, my friend?
Just enjoying everything, getting some things done in my back office, and listening to everybody. We got quite a hell of a community, don't we?
It's getting crazier by the minute. It's getting crazier by the day. And the thing I'm loving about this is you know, and you know what, Barry, you've been around the neighborhood for a long time. Do you remember when the traffic report or whatever we called it back in the old days? I'm talking like 6-7 months ago. Remember when it was like 25, maybe 30 minutes?
Oh, yeah. Those days are long gone, huh?
Yeah, I know. And now we're north of 2 hours. And the thing I love is that it's new people, right? We've got our centerpieces. You know, you're here, and Carlos is here, and Gilbert James. We've got the Mountain Man here. But, you know, I love that we get some new voices in here and brand new people just getting started. I love that. It's really, and I've never seen anything like this. I got to tell you, honestly, I've been doing this type of work for a long time, and this is the most robust community. There's more love, there's more training, there's more friendship being developed here than I've ever seen. It's awesome. And thank you for showing up, Barry.
You're welcome. Last thing I want to say, brother, is I got your back, too.
Thank you. Got your back, Barry. Got your back, especially when it comes to these people who they're putting ketchup on a hot dog. They can get pretty hostile. I loved earlier today with Southside Fred. He says they'll shoot you. They'll run you out of town in Chicago. You dare order ketchup on a hot dog, unless of course.
Look at you! Don't you look cute?
6232, you're next up. Good morning.
My wireless thing.
Hey, 6232. Good morning.
Hey.
Talk to me, man. Hi.
Okay,
Hello.
This is Karen
Hi,
Turner,
Karen.
and from the Piney Woods of East Texas. And I'm a newbie. I'm so new, Joe. I'm still eating ketchup on my hot dog.
I'll forgive you. I will forgive, because I'm never going to mess with a Texan. One thing I know, in Chicago, we are smart enough to know that you don't mess with the Republic of Texas. Okay?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I'm probably living in the wrong state, to tell you the truth. But
no
listen,
problem.
I really have a good sponsor. I think he is as new, not much newer, not much older than I am with Traffic Authority. And I'm a little bit confused. I am sending personal emails through the leads that I'm getting. I have probably only about 27 leads and about close to 300 hits to my site. To my site. I have not made one sale, and I'm excited. I believe in this, and I'm hearing everyone speak about the positive results that they're getting. And I'm just wondering, what else should I be doing? I'm willing to put in the work. I know that work works, but I'm I'm overwhelmed with. I got info overload probably.
Yes,
so I'm just wondering what else should I be doing?
That is a concern, info overload. I understand that because there is so much content back there, but you could really streamline it, and you can just follow the daily marketing plan. You know, the daily marketing plan is a very streamlined thing that you can do. And also, if you go into your member back office in the training section, in the traffic, the resellers training section, there's something in there that is the quick start training. And that's really condensed. You know, there's so many opportunities, there's so many things you could be doing. But if you go and take a look at the quick start training, that is what we launched. That quick start training is what we launched the whole program. In that quick start training, those simple steps helped us put 50,000 people in here within the first 30 days. So it is really, really a cool and simple way for you to approach the business every day. The other thing I want you to do for sure is go into your Traffic Academy and visit that training once again that is put in there by Darren, our email guy, because you threw out some numbers. You know, you said you've got this many clicks and you've got X amount of leads and you're looking for some sales. Remember what that guy says. And this is true. This is facts, okay? This is a long-term play, Karen. This is long-term. When you hear a guy like Carlos, earlier today we heard from Frank, we hear from Gilbert James. These individuals have been with us since August. We just went into pre-launch on August 5th, which really isn't that long. We're coming up on 3 months. But these individuals have been in here for 3 months, applying simple things, and doing simple things for 3 months. Some people have microwave results. Some people get into their warm market. Some people already have a list of people who know, like, and trust them and will follow them anywhere they go. And the goal here for you, Karen, is to build that know, like, and trust, and to establish and connect with people, establish relationships and connect with people. Now, one thing, and I do want to move on, but I want to remind you of what we learned from Darren. If you use the number of 100, okay, that's a nice round number, 100. If you have 100 leads, 80 of them are never going to buy anything from you, ever. They're going to engage you. Maybe they'll buy something from you and they want their money back within 48 hours. They freak out. But 80% of the population are kicking tires and waiting for the Social Security check. That's the rules. 80-20 rule. You've heard that. 80% of your list won't do anything. Bupkis. 20%, that's the sweet spot. That's the burn zone. 20 out of your 100 leads will buy something from you eventually. It may take a week. It may take a month. It may take a year. But that's the real action. 75% of the money you will ever make will come from that 20% of your list. And then there's 5%, and those are people like me. Yodi the dog, the happy dog with his tail wagging. I just buy stuff. I see it. It makes sense. I move, and you'll find those. But the real money, the real value is going to be in that 15%, right? 80% of the people forget about it. 15% of the people, that's your real hot zone. 5% are your laydowns. So give it some time, build your list, cultivate your skill, watch all the videos. And yeah, it is so easy to be overloaded with stuff. And that's why we send out a daily marketing plan, and we send out this morning. There were 3 things. Register for tonight's webinar. You get some points. Do the daily marketing plan. And the third thing was show up for the radio. You got 11 points if you do all those things towards the contest. I hope that helps, Karen.
It does. I appreciate you, Joe. You're so good at this. I just thank you so much and the whole community for what you guys are doing.
You're very, very welcome, Karen. Just keep showing up, okay? 90% is showing up. Okay, let's go to the Shy. 9668. This is the Chicago area. Come on out here.
What? What? No announcement today, Joe?
Oh, sorry.
Hey, everybody, it's Diamond Dave out here in Tinley Park. Yes, I'm close enough to Chi-Town to say it's Chi-Town. But I really just called in to say I am alive today because I used ketchup on my hot dog. That's all I really called in for.
Dude, you should know better. I mean,
hey,
I'm really...
Hey, I go by taste, not some fancy stuff. But listen, something happened, and just you were saying something there, and it just made me literally forget what I was going to say.
Well, does that mean that what you were going to say was not true? Did you ever hear that saying?
No, it had to do with, you were just talking about it, about people having thinking that there's instant results and stuff like that. And
and plus, wasn't Karen's comments, Karen from Piney Woods in East Texas, I mean, I guess, overload, right? She used that word, information overload, and I mean, I guess that's conceivable. That obviously she said it.
It's quite common. Matter of fact, I get a lot of comments from people that I do finally get the chance to touch base with, that there's so much information they still don't understand what they're supposed to do. I think the biggest question I get, because I actually have been sending out surveys to people who have responded and have not responded. Guys, when you guys have no idea if you sit there and think about the tools that we have in front of us. I mean, there's so many tools in front of you that you could use that would really help you guys out. For example, just using GetResponse alone will help you realize who you need to get in touch with. And people do not open those emails every day. I've said this 100 times. They do not open those emails every day. Some of them don't open up for months. I have several people already that are going to join my team. Well, I shouldn't say my team because I'm very avid against calling it my team, but they want to join up, and the problem is they can't do it till a certain amount of time and stuff like that. In the meantime, they're going to plug into the system, they're going to listen to our videos, they're going to learn, and there's two things that means. One is it's either they really truly don't have a penny or anything to get involved, which is okay because if you give them everything and you help them too much, then they'll never grow and they'll never move on from you. They'll permanently be attached to you. You don't want to do that. And the other thing is that why it's good for that is because the other excuse that you're probably not getting but actually exists is that they don't trust you. They don't know you. They don't know the system. They don't know anything. So by plugging them into these Tuesday webinars, hey, man, there's secret training that's only for us that you can see today. Now, here's to be honest with you. We brag about our community, and why not prove to them how good our community is? We have so many free sources so that even people who come in at just the optimizer or even at just the license, the license people you're going to have to work your butt off if that's all you're going to do. But even at the optimizer level where you don't get the advanced training that we get in the back office, you can still plug in, learn from these daily phone calls, learn from Joe, learn from Doug, learn from Greg, learn from everybody else who comes in and shares their information. Guys, the information is being shared to everybody. If somebody figures out a way to do something, somebody on the phone or on our websites or someplace else will know how to do it, and they will share it with you. Joe, you know what I did yesterday, though? I hit the submit. I hit the 20 points thing for a testimonial. I did not upload it yet. Obviously, you saw my blooper reel because I saw your comment on it. There was some stuff that screwed up in there, and I don't want to post that stuff because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to video, and want to make sure it goes out right. So there's no way to untick it. So I guess I'll just have to make up for it and make a couple videos to make up for accidentally clicking that. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, it does. And quickly, Joe, if you're still on from Greeley, Joe, we got you fixed up. I just got this message came in here. Joe Wolf, you are all set to go. That whatever was going on there has been fixed. But listen, Dave, I got to ask you.
Just ask, guys. Just ask.
Just ask. And listen, and as a fellow Chicagoan of Polish descent, I learned at an early age that the only tool that I had to have was a kitchen butter knife. I remember my dad with that kitchen butter knife, screwing in screws, and we had heavy flatware, so he would use the back end to hammer and beat on stuff. You got tools, and then you got tools. And then if you're a Southside Polish boy, all you need is maybe a hammer and a butter knife, But yeah, go ahead.
So the tool my grandmother used for everything was that big, giant Polish wooden spoon. That's how come I'm a good guy now and not a bad guy too.
Back in the day, before kids were abusing their parents, I remember my mom would spank me with a breadboard. Actually, I remember my mom grabbing me by the earlobe and putting me over her knee.
And it worked.
Right, it did work.
You've never gone around and butchered anybody, have you?
No,
oh my God, what a bunch of wimps we have today. But that's the thing, man. This is why too many people think. I mean, I have literally had people, and I know there's people on this call who have had people that have probably contacted them and said, "Hey, I want to do this, but you got to pay for me." What? What? I said, "Do you want me to make your list up and do the phone calls for you too?" I said, how about I make your dinner for you? I mean, what is wrong with people? We got to get out of this. We got to get out of this, guys. And whoever's listening here, if you have children, start teaching them to do the work for themselves. Read The Slight Edge. Get your own books out there. Do whatever you have to do for yourself. Do not rely on other people. Don't follow the leader. Well, learn from the leader and become the leader.
I love it. There it is. Boom shakalaka. And by the way, thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming out here, Dave. I really do appreciate you coming out here. And you mentioned earlier the capture page builder. That's coming. There's a lot of cool tools that are coming. And
somebody was asking about because they were talking about the adding in the phone number. Frank was Frank. That's a great idea. And the thing is that when the capture page built. Woo. That's what 24 hours on the ambulance will do for you. Capture page builder, when that is released soon, I believe it should be somewhere in the next week or so. If I'm quoting Doug and Greg wrong, you'll have the ability to add that phone number, especially in the follow-up. But I really like his idea on the follow-up. But that also comes in with the premium, where they're going to have that tracking code thing that comes on later on as well, which is going to be a powerful tool. Mm-hmm. So, man, you know what? If for people who don't know what they're talking about, and even Joe, you might not even truly understand what they were talking about, because I know you say you're not the big computer guy. Have you ever searched for something on Amazon, and then you're cruising on Facebook, and suddenly the ad for something you saw on Amazon keeps popping up in front of you? Or you go to another website, and there's an ad for something that you searched for on Amazon? You're like, what the heck?
Every day.
That's what we're going to be able to do as premium resellers soon.
Yes.
That's powerful. And that is in-your-face subliminal marketing.
Listen, Dave, thank you very much. I got to keep getting moving here. I got another, 20, 30 people in the queue. Diamond Dave, thank you very much. Boom shakalaka. And by the way, I sent out the Easter eggs? You know what Easter eggs are in DVDs and in movies? There's little things in there. Did anybody see the Boom Shakalaka video that I included in one of the emails I sent out? I don't know if anybody saw that. There was going to be a contest around it. Listen, Dave, thank you very much, man. Keep up the good work, okay? Love having you out here, bro. And we will keep it moving. We've got somebody calling in from Skype. Good morning. You're calling in on Skype. Hello. All ones.
Hello. It's Rebecca Vardes here from England, just down the road from Stonehenge. How are you doing?
You know what, Rebecca? I good morning, and thank you for. Well, it's morning here. Good afternoon, Rebecca. Thank you very much. I saw you on Facebook today, and I sent in that you had that question about your 3-star status. Rebecca, so nice to have you out here. You're like a mainstay on our Facebook page. What's going on with you? How you doing?
Do you know what? I am loving listening in to all the great people who've been calling you. And before I say anything about, that 3-star thing or whatever, which is basically why I was phoning in, but if you've addressed it, I don't really need to mention it. But basically, I wanted to say how amazing it is that you are so leading by example in being so consistent in doing this. And I think people are so used to being kind of almost spoon-fed entertainment or whatever that it doesn't actually occur to them what goes in, like mentally, what goes into turning up and doing what you do day after day, no matter how long it goes on for. It's just amazing that you're giving this to the community. And I really haven't seen this amount of kind of feedback and this is just really unique what you're doing here, and I just wanted to kind of personally from me and also from my team, because I've got messages here going, oh, you're on the radio, oh my god. So from my team as well, saying, we really, really appreciate you, and I know also like the whole team behind the scenes, all of you guys, that you obviously you get to hear all our little gripes and stuff when there are glitches and everything, but I just want you to know that I really truly appreciate. I was one of the original kind of .com pioneers back in the day, and I know what it's like when you launch a company or startup or whatever, and how insane it is, and how it's like if you even told anyone everything that was involved, they just wouldn't even comprehend how much goes into it. So I just want to kind of say, like, even though I raise things, I really truly appreciate what all of you are doing, and I want to kind of also encourage people to go to Alexa.com and look at the growth chart on this, because one of the things that's really helped me to bring people in, because the visual is so beautiful and you just don't have to say anything, is when they say, how does this compare with such and such or whatever, I don't put anything down. I just go to Alexa.com and look at the growth chart. And then I say, and then I put it alongside this, and I say, which of these looks best to you? Just look at the chart. Which of these looks best to you? Which of these looks like a place that you're going to be seen as a leader? Which of these looks like a place that is going somewhere? You don't have to say anything.
You know what? I just have to say I'm kind of speechless right now, because first off, thank you very much for the kind words. First and foremost, and you're so right. And by the way, I just got this in just now. This is like within the last 30 seconds while you are speaking. This just came in from the support desk. It says Rebecca is all set with her 3-star. Because about an hour before we went on the air, I saw that you posted and you spoke to me on Facebook, and I just cut and pasted it and I sent it right in. I got a guy down there. I've got somebody down there in the support desk who's responsive. So you're good to go. Your 3-star is good.
Oh yeah, so I'm in the 2,000 and above bit for the draw. I'm really cool. That's so cool.
Yeah, and also, this thing with Alexa.com, I never. Again, this is why you guys should show up for the radio. Here's Rebecca calling in from Stonehenge, right down the street from Stonehenge. Everyone knows what Stonehenge is. And you're talking about Alexa. Alexa.com is where you can see the world rankings of like every website in the world, and they chart the growth. Yeah. How many people are visiting the Traffic Authority, and clearly you're onto something there. And the other thing I will say, on behalf of everyone on the corporate side, and it's a big team. It's a team. The team is even bigger than I am aware of, and I'm the communications director for the company. There are so many people, and people have lives, and they have issues, and now because of the way we work in cyberspace, the team is all over the world. Right? The other day, I personally had to have some help with a webinar, and they said, "Well, here, go to this guy, Fabian or something, Fabiano, look him up." And I'm like, "Fabiano?" He's like, "Hi, Joe." It turns out he was in Argentina, right, helping me in real time. So it is such a complex animal to do something this big. Okay, tonight on the webinar, you guys are going to learn about some new things. And Rebecca, on behalf of this entire team, I honor that you understand really what it takes to do something like this. It is so big, and you know what? We have an idea, and you know this. We have an idea, and the idea is to build this little CPC ILS, and then it's like, this is kind of working, but we have to have education, and we have education, and now we've got to feature something, spotlight some talent, and before you know it, it's growing and growing, and you get up in the morning and you go, are you kidding me? I went on my to-do list for today. Somebody sent me this morning, said, hey, could you do this? And I went and I said, yeah, if I'm still alive by the time I get to this list, to the bottom of the list I currently have. And all of those things are just to maintain equilibrium and forward momentum. Yeah. You get it, Rebecca. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I totally get it. I'm totally a pioneer. But there's so much. People complain about that stage of growth, but there's so much energy and potential in it. And it's and if you get it, if people kind of, I think most people are, they have a bit of the stage of the bell curve that they're comfortable with in themselves, and then the previous stage if they push themselves. So some people are early adopters, but they can find that pioneer spirit in there somewhere. And some people are laggards, but they can kind of get mainstreamy if they want to. But I think the vast majority of people who've come into this are either pioneers, in which case they get it, or they're early adopters, in which case maybe they're like a little bit, why isn't it 100% perfect yet? Do you know what? Just step into the pioneer space with us, because it completely rocks. And it is so exciting because you don't 100% know exactly how things just serendipitously grow. Sometimes there can be like a happy accident, something goes slightly wrong, and then as a consequence you end up programming something that's 3 times better than what you had in mind. It's amazing. And everybody listening to this radio show right now, you will be able to say, I was there. Imagine if like you were there at the very first kind of big concert that the Beatles did or something, or Pink Floyd, right? Like you can say, I was there right back then. I was there, and I was there with the community, and I cared about the community, and we were all there together, and we all went through that together. the stories, man, as my American friends say. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can't buy that. You can't buy that. The stories are just what it's all about. And I want to I know I'm saying a lot, and I'm trying to speak fast so I can get through it quick, but I want to just give a shout out to my little team, Team Lead Abundance. Some of the people in that team are just, I mean, everyone rocks, but some people are really they're pushing themselves, and they're going beyond their comfort level. And this is by no means exclusive, the people I'm going to mention, but there's a couple of people I want to mention because they're both on the top 100 for the contest that we're doing at the moment. So Jennifer's one who was on yesterday. She's gone into the top 50. She's just outside the top 50 at the moment, but she's in there, Jennifer Crouch. And then absolute, stellar, Sabrina Beckham just came in. I mean, literally, I spoke to her whenever it was, yesterday, day before yesterday, and she immediately came in. She went, full on, 100% all in. She did what it took to get the money together. She got traffic. She went premium, and she's in the top 100 already. Boom, in the contest. I mean, she already brought somebody in, and she's just absolutely rocking it. So I just want to shout out to those guys because there's some really amazing people out there, and you really can, if you're going to come into this, don't come into this and then sit on your hands. Come in and hustle. The first 2 weeks I was in this, I had this little system I called the hustle and glide, which is I know how long I can hustle for before I need a break. And the first 2 weeks I was in this, I hustled my butt off. And as a consequence, I made a lot of money, and I was able to, just chill a little bit, get my breath back, and then sort of come in again. And I'm averaging over the period of time, I'm averaging about $1,000 a week with this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it just rocks, and I just want to fire people up. I'm sure everyone's fired up and stuff, but I just wanted to get an English accent on here, firing people up as well, because not everyone's American, and just say that this is an international thing, and it absolutely
Mm-hmm.
rocks. And it is. If you go to Alexa.com, this is one of the most popular websites on the internet right now. And it includes, bear in mind, that includes every single bank there is in the world, every single government there is in the world, every single search engine there is in the world, every single social media network there is in the world. And it's still one of the most impressive, one of the most popular websites in the world right now. And it's only been going for a couple of months.
Mm-hmm. It is amazing, Rebecca. Thank you very much for coming out here. Okay, it is it's so exciting to hear from you. It really is exciting to hear from you, and congratulations to your team. People just getting started, cracking into the top by taking action. And I have this visualization when you talk about Stonehenge. I'm thinking of the movie This Is Spinal Tap when they drop the Stonehenge thing, the itty bitty one.
Stonehenge.
I love it. And the reason that we're here, the reason we show up every day at 11 is because I have to honor my friends in Spinal Tap. This one goes to 11. We start our show at 11,
But this is the thing, the traffic authority, everything before was 10, but this one goes to 11.
We go to 11. We do. Rebecca,
11.
Thank you from all of the team here. It's so awesome to hear from you. And show up once in a while, okay? Love to hear from you again, okay?
I will
Thank
be.
you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There's Rebecca calling in from merry old England. Stonehenge. I love it, man. Let's keep it moving. We'll keep it rolling here. I think I have 2723. You're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Hi, how are you, Joe?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is Ken Mars from Cape Coral, Florida, and my wife, Cherie. And I have to agree with you because at one time, back in the 90s, I had a Chicago-style hot dog restaurant in Victorville, California. So we are on the same page.
Thank you very much, Ken, and Cape Coral. Thank you very much.
No, my thing, I'm new to this, new joining and everything, but I'm not getting the emails, the daily plan email, or I'm not getting any of those emails from you. So
okay, what is your email address, Ken? Let me manually add it, okay? What is your email address?
It's Ken Mars, that's KenMars 44 @gmail.com.
Okay, I will manually add you in there, okay? I will manually add you to the list to make sure that you're getting it. And I will say, I do know for a fact, and I've mentioned this before, I mentioned before that, sometimes Gmail and Yahoo, Hotmail, AOL, those companies, they have been around for such a long time. They're so good at blocking anything that they think might be spam. Anything, right? Anything. Like if there's a $sign in the email, they flag it as spam. So, I will also say that we're gonna make sure that we get that cleaned up. At any rate, we're working on a couple different email providers as well. And then, like today, I know we sent out just shy of 70,000 emails. So, maybe it's still clogged up in the system. But Ken in Cape Coral, I promise you, KenMars44@gmail.com. I will manually enter you into the database to make sure you're getting those emails. Okay.
Okay, I did get the email for the sign up for the webinar tonight. We've already signed up for that today.
Excellent.
But I'm not getting the others.
Okay, well, I'll make sure that you're added. Go ahead.
And I want to thank you guys, because I'm an old man and I'm learning all this new stuff, and the training and everything is so great that finally I've got with a company that really explains and comes through with what they're saying. That that the training and everything, and it's a 1, 2, 3 step. If you follow it, you can work your way through it and start getting results. We're starting to get some clicks now. Haven't had any commissions yet, but we're on our way. It's a numbers game, and we'll get there, and we're all going to be happy.
You just got to stay focused. And you heard Rebecca just calling in from England. She came out and she got out to a quick start. She's averaging $1,000 a week, and all she is doing is following the system exactly the way that it is laid out.
Yeah.
And so thank you very much, Ken. Thank you for jumping out here today. Cape Coral, one of my best and oldest friends lives in Cape Coral, Mr. T.C. Bradley. All right, we'll keep it moving. 2748. You are next up in the queue. Good morning. 2748.
Yes, good morning. This is Richard from New York. How are you, Joe?
I'm great. Richard, how are you today?
Doing pretty good. Yeah, I just want to commend all of you guys. You're all doing a great job. We're following along as best we can. We got a few commissions in, not big ones, but it's encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I just wanted to mention also, too, that we didn't get any emails today with the marketing plan, and sometimes they come in late in the day.
Well, I guess what we'll do is I'm going to set those emails to go out like at the crack of dawn, okay? Because normally the emails are going out at around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to have to set them to go at like 4 or 5 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, so that you guys are getting them, because the database is so big. But Richard,
okay.
You do get our emails though, right? You have been getting them besides today?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Richard in New York, thank you very much.
Okay, I have one other item.
Sure, go ahead.
I've checked our website, and we don't have a capture page there, so we're not picking up names and email addresses. We do get clicks, but we don't know where they're coming from. And I'm not sure how to correct that, because we're not real good with the computer.
Okay. You know what? Maybe you should send in a support ticket. We'll have somebody the support desk. We heard earlier today from Jody. She's really good at this kind of stuff to help you, because you assign a capture page, okay? When you go in there and you set up your system, when you set up your marketing links, you pick the capture page that you would like to have. And if you have people finding you and you don't have a capture page, then you're doing something very cool. You're posting, you're doing something, not sure what it is, not asking what it is. But why don't you send in a support ticket, and somebody will get to somebody, because I know who you are, Richard. You've been here for a long time in New York, and I'm really happy that you are having some results. A few commissions. It is encouraging when that happens. It's kind of like, it's like the tip of the iceberg, right? It's like the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, we'll send in a ticket then.
Thank you very much, Richard.
Okay, have a great day, Joe. Thanks.
We will. Thank you very much, and thanks for showing up here. Richard in New York. Richard's been hanging around here for a long time. 9201, you're next up in the queue. Come on out here.
Well, good morning, Joe. This is Kara in Austin, Texas.
Hey, Kara. How are you doing today?
Great.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
What's happening? I want to thank you for all the action that you're responsible for on Facebook. Did you know about the Alexa.com rankings that Rebecca talked about earlier today?
No, I did not. And as soon as she said that, I went over to the website and started looking at it. I think there's like a little upgrade I think you need to get some of those charts. But I definitely plan on using that. That's a great nugget. So thank you, Rebecca, for sharing that with us. I will definitely be looking into that.
I know how I figured that you would. That's why I asked, because I know how you are. You see something or you hear of something that will work for everybody. I know that you're right on it.
Yeah, usually. Usually. Well, so I am another that did not receive the email this morning. So, but I just heard what you said, that that it's a large database, and so I may just not have gotten it yet. But usually I get them, fairly early. So, usually around 9 Central Time, and it's 11:30 here now. So, I'm not sure what happened. I missed it this morning. I missed getting that email, but that's okay. I know you guys will work it out. And I just wanted to make a comment too about, what you were talking about this morning about, telling the truth. And really, the truth is that it's exactly that. It's the truth, and it doesn't change. And it can change you as a person if you are open to change, if you're open to growth, and you're open to, hearing the truth, no matter, how much it might be, something that you aren't prepared for, or, something that doesn't really, relate with you at first. But if you're open and you're willing to listen and grow, even if you don't like hearing it, the truth can definitely change you. So I really liked what you said this morning about the truth, and I really appreciate that you tell the truth. No matter how harsh it might be sometimes, it is what it is, and it doesn't change.
Mm-hmm. And thank you very much for that. And I know that it is like brutal. I talked about that whole law of attraction thing, and this is true. I remember being at a seminar one time and talking about, what you think about, you bring about. Your business is a direct reflection of your thoughts, your actions, your deeds, all that stuff that over time you come to understand. It is a law. The law of attraction is a law. Okay? Gravity, it's the law of gravity. You can deny it all you want, but it is a law. Okay? The sun is going to come up. It's a law of nature, right? It's a law. And there is a law of attraction. It's not hocus pocus. Metaphysically, it is a proven concept, right? And that's true. And that is true. And sometimes when you say to people, hey, man, I mentioned my buddy T.C. Bradley a moment ago. I remember he and I doing training calls years ago. And he used to say to people right on the call, hey, if your business sucks, go look in the mirror, because it's you that's actually sucking. And people would freak out when they hear that. But here's the good part about this, Kara. Because it is a law, and because it doesn't have a memory, it can shift for you in a nanosecond. Okay? What are you putting your time, your attention, your focus on? It will shift in a nanosecond. The cool thing, and I should bring Michael Lozier, one of the great teachers on this concept, is that it has no memory. It doesn't hold grudges. You can, in a nanosecond, change the way you're doing your traffic authority business, the way you're thinking about your business, the energy that you're carrying when you're communicating with the prospect, your belief, your unwavering confidence, your absolute knowing goes so far. It has so much to do with your success. You can have all the training, all the videos, all the webinars, all that you can ever eat. Okay, we heard earlier today about overwhelm, right? We heard Karen in Piney Woods, East Texas, saying information overload. That's true. That can happen, but let it go and just focus on your belief, your knowing, your confidence, your absolute. And then that law, that undeniable law comes in, and sometimes the truth is the most bitter pill to swallow. But the good news is you can turn it on a dime, as they say. Thank you, Carol.
Well, you're welcome, and I agree completely, and I'm a testament to that because, I've learned, and through this industry is where I've learned, because it is really all about personal development. And I truly believe in the ABCs of success. Action plus belief plus consistency will give you success every time. So, thank you so much for, always giving your wisdom, Joe. I just love listening in on the morning calls and getting all these wonderful nuggets, not just from you, but from, all over the world, people coming in and sharing their wisdom. And it really just helps me get my day off to an amazing start, and I really appreciate it.
It is cool, and thank you very much, Kara. You're a great contributor here. You're one of those voices. Okay, you are one of those voices up there on the Mount Rushmore of traffic authority that comes out here and represents and speaks your truth, and people benefit and people learn, and I honor you and thank you for that. As they say.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Kara. Let's keep it moving. 1022, you're next in the queue. 1022.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Joseph.
Hello.
I'm from North Carolina. Can you hear me?
I can. What's your name in North Carolina?
It's Robert Bradshaw.
Hey, Robert, how are you doing today, Robert Bradshaw?
Well, staying inside, chilly outside here with some Canadian cold air last few days.
Mm-hmm.
I got to the email yesterday and having problems with going to the Facebook on that web link that was sent to me yesterday about before 10 o'clock.
Okay, okay, I can tell you that the Facebook page is there, and I'm going to say the Facebook link for many of you who may have not joined us yet on Facebook, and we're fast approaching 20,000 Facebook members. So if you want your voice to be heard, go post on Facebook because you have 20,000 people, and there's the 80-20 rule of 20,000. There's a handful who post there every day. Robert Bradshaw, we have a shortcut, okay? Here it is. It is EZ, E like Edward, Z like zebra, EZ.com / like traffic, A like authority, F like face, B like book, and then the word group. It's that simple. EZ.com / TAFB group. Go there. You can request admission to the club. It's a VIP mastermind. We'll link it in there. Okay. And again, sorry about it. You know what I'm going to do? Thank you very much, Robert. And we can blame Canada. You're welcome. Remember Blame Canada? Remember that it was actually one of those cartoon movies. Remember Blame Canada? It was up for an Academy Award, actually. Love Canada. Love Canada. Truly I do, as a hockey fan. But what I'm going to do is at the end of this morning's radio show, I'm going to resend the email. You guys who already received it, you're going to get it again. We're going to resend that email because enough people out here are saying they hadn't received it this morning. So we're going to go and send it again. 4983, you're next up. Good morning. 4983, you're next up in the queue. Hello, I hate to see you waiting here this long, 4983.
Oh, I'm here.
Sorry. There you are. Hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
As they say in Chicago, don't worry about it.
Distracted for a moment here, Joe. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Who's this?
This is George from Owasso.
Hey, George, how are you today?
Oh, good. I was calling about the same thing Donald called about, actually. It's I have the pages up here right now, the managed traffic section.
Yeah.
I know he was referring to that. And there's this drop-down menu after you select Traffic Authority Funnel, drop-down menu there.
All right,
capture page.
Hold on. Tell me again. I'm looking in my member back office right now. So
sure.
walk me through here, George. Since we're going to do this, walk me through here.
Yes. Where we select the traffic to run or pause, and set the daily cap. I have no daily limit. The traffic funnel I have set for Traffic Authority Funnel. And then the drop-down menu below that are the various capture pages to select. Currently I have Rich versus Poor capture page 2 selected. I would like to change that to Rich versus Poor capture page 3, but it is not in that drop down.
Well, I'm in my marketing link section right now, and there it is. I'm looking at it with my own two eyes right now.
All right.
And I clicked it, and it's working. It's working. I'm looking at it right now.
All right. I visit it every day, and it's not there for me.
All right. Would you do me a favor? Would you send in a support ticket so I know exactly what it is that you're referring to?
Sure.
Okay, could you send in a support ticket? We heard Jody this morning. Support desk is up and running because what they need. Okay, whenever you're dealing with these technology men and women with these guys, they need exactly no assumptions. Like right now, what you just said to me, George. If you said that to a programmer, they would go, "What? What?" They need exactly. It's an exact science. You understand that, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So listen, let's keep it moving. Send in a support ticket, George. having a problem there with one specific link, which isn't there. We're on that. You're the second person to say that. And I know that Dave, Diamond Dave, he sees it, right? It says, I'm available in both Chrome and Edge and Safari. We'll keep it moving, though, this morning. 0589, you're next up. Good morning. Oh, 0589 is not paying attention. Okay, here's what he says. I bet that they have older Windows software. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a whole bunch of you in the queue, so I'm going to ask that you pay attention, please. So when I call your name, you can come right out here and let her rip. Let's keep the technical stuff kind of to a minimum, to the easy stuff. 6392, you're next up. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. It's Mallory from Saskatchewan in Carrot River.
Mallory, first thing I want to say is when it comes to Mallory, I'm not going to blame Canada for anything. And what a lovely image. I saw you update your image on Facebook, and I tell you that you are more beautiful than your voice sounds, Mallory. What's going on with you today?
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I am having some of the same problems that people are having, and I know that you said you're going to resend out that email, because I do too. I get my emails every single day from you for Traffic Authority, and today I did not get mine. And also with what George was just trying to explain to you, I did talk to Diamond Dave about it, and it could be because my Windows is not high enough, but the way he's trying to, their marketing links, when you go to that page, they're there. Like, they show on those pages there where you can change, rich versus poor to capture page 1, 2, or 3. They're there on the marketing links pages, but when you go and change your traffic, right, when you go down to that drop-down menu and you can choose which capture page you want, capture page 3 is not there. That's what they're saying. You can see it in the marketing links, like it's there, but when you go to change it on your traffic order, it's not in the drop-down menu.
Okay, let me. All right, thank you very much for that. I'm going to give a detailed thing right here. Where's this guy? I got so many windows open right now. Okay, the drop-down menu in the traffic, where do we call that? Selector, the traffic links.
Yeah, like when you go to manage your traffic, the little pencil that you click on, and when you choose your funnel, and then when you go down to your capture page, there's rich versus poor 1 and 2, but when you try and find 3, it's not there. And Vincent's number 3 is there because I'm in the premium, but there's no number 3 for the rich versus poor. And I thought that was something just with my system, but after hearing this morning, it seems like a lot of people don't have that. So
well, listen, Mallory,
because we don't have.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
And anybody else, if you're listening, and Mallory, thank you very much. You're awesome. I really appreciate the detail. And I just also got a detailed explanation from Mr. Dave, Diamond Dave. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for that. So here it is. Anyone else who's listening right now who has a problem with capture page number 3 in the drop-down menu, we know. We got it. We understand. We got it. So thank you very much, Mallory. Thank you very much. Who was it that mentioned it today? We had Donald in Omaha. Thank you very much for bringing that up. We also had, who was it? Robert, Brett, George. I mean, we had a lot of people with the same question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I can say. But we got it. So bring something else to the table, okay? I love you guys. Hold on. Now I've lost my place because so many of you are. Let's see. Okay, here we are. I'm back. 5339. You're next up. Good morning.
Hey, Joe. You got Charles from PA. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great, Charles. How are you this morning?
Hey, man, just getting it in, chugging on down the highway in this big truck I'm in, and nothing's more excited than listening to your call and getting 2 sales, buddy. So I'm fired up, man. Just listening to the call, getting all these pearls of wisdom from people like Rebecca that just came in from England, knowing that I'm in the right place, buddy.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? Thank you very much, Charles, for chiming in here this morning. Your name came up today, man. Somebody, a blast from the past, a guy I knew 20 years ago, hit me up, and we started talking about the old water filter company. Your name came up. Thank you very much, Charles. Drive safe, my brother.
Hey, have a great day.
I will. Congratulations. Charles, listening to the radio. He's also making sales at the same time and commenting on Rebecca calling in from Stonehenge. I love that. I love that Rebecca called in. 9190. I'm loving that you're calling in here. Come on out. 9190.
Yeah, this is Earl the Mountain Boy from Troy, Montana. I'm just so excited. My traffic's running, problems solved. You know, looking at what we have here, folks, like Diamond Dave says, realize what an asset you have with GetResponse. Go through those tutorials. Realize how to follow up with your people and understand really the fortunes in the follow-up. Like myself, you know, I've been in this industry 20 years. My big thing is door-to-door sales. Well, I don't have a huge list of people built, so I'm utilizing Traffic Authority to build that list. Now, I recognize as a professional marketer that if I'm trying to build a list to 100 people, like you're saying, only 20 are probably good potential buyers. But the trick is, if I got 100 leads today, that doesn't mean 20 people are going to buy from me today. That means I need to follow up with those 20 people every day, and within the next 90 days, miracles will happen. It's just like Kara said, the consistency, the ABCs. Look at those, and I didn't mean to push one. I just hung up by accident and called back in, but hey, Kara, thank you for all your work. Carlos, it's just wonderful to hear and see you grow. And Diamond Dave, thank you for your time here on these calls, and it's, you know, all the people I'm forgetting to mention, I get people send me messages and stuff. You know, we're all part of a great team, and together everyone achieves more. And you guys are just going to be thrilled with what's coming out tonight. I don't know what it is, but I know it's good. And I just thank you all for having me here.
Well, thank you very much. Earl the Mountain Man checking in twice. Can't get enough of you, Earl. Can't get enough of the Mountain Man, Earl, calling in from Montana. You can see Earl. He's one of the videos featured 2 times in the member back office. Thank you for that, Earl. 8696, you're next up. Come on out here.
All right, 1 second.
This
is
second.
Kenneth Dawkins.
Kenneth,
this is Kenneth Dawkins from Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, I'm at the library, man. I'm coming right now.
I get it. Because you're at the library, I'm going to give you a pet. This is the only guy that puts me on hold in the whole world, right? but I got to give you some.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, if you were calling
man.
If you were calling from a bar or from a club, I wouldn't be on hold. But since you're at the library, I got to give you some space, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I was working. You told me to multitask while we listened to the radio show, so I've been multitasking. I'm getting a lot of stuff done. I'm doing deals with. I got a proposal with AT&T because I'm looking at my growth and I'm trying to control my network. I'm planning, I'm scaling, and I'm looking at what I got going on right now. I just opted in and got the Vincent Ortega Sales Pro system, you know what I'm saying? So I'm geeked about that, but I just went to the next thing, you know? And I'm just like, I'm prioritizing, and I'm setting up my advisors. I'm making connections. I'm developing relationships that I've had as a chef, you know? And I have to tell them, like, yeah, this is not Kenny the chef. This is Kenny the business owner. Like, I have 2 businesses off the ground. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on a 3rd right now. I'm looking at properties because I need to set up a studio in the house. You know how Vincent got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get it because they hear me. They hear the passion in my voice. But then they can look up that business, that engine that's running it, and they can see it because we're everywhere. You know, TA all the way. You know, we're everywhere and we're in every niche. They can't stop us.
Look at what Rebecca said. Okay, thank you very much, Kenneth. Ain't no opposition to your position, bro. Ain't no opposition to your position.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love Kenneth from Pittsburgh, PA. And you heard what what Rebecca called in this morning. She mentioned Alexa.com, Alexa.com. Alexa.com. That's a website that just monitors every website on the internet. And she talked about the Traffic Authority being one of the most highly visited websites right now in the world. And she's talking about the social media sites, the big banks, the big companies, that right now you got like a hot shot going on, and that's with Traffic Authority. And that tells you how many eyeballs are looking. Okay? That tells you how active the community is. That tells you how high the rank is. That tells you that momentum is happening, and each and every one of us, what was it, early adopters? That's what Rebecca, we're early adopters. We are right here at the front of something magnificent. Get her done, man. If you are not all in, get all in. All in is $144 plus $194. You're all in because the world is looking, and the world is going to join us. And when they do, you're going to be in front of the momentum. You're either going to be on the train, I mean, this is magnificent, or you're going to be going, what the hell just happened? I just missed one of the greatest opportunities ever. 0427. Don't let that happen to you. Come on out here. 0427. You're next.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can, yes, I can hear you.
Hey, Joe, this is Alexis. You almost got me confused with Alexa.com.
Alexis, how are you today?
Alexis from Texas.
I know you. You're famous in this neighborhood already, Alexis from Texas. That's perfect.
Trying. Hey, listen, I was on the Blog Talk Radio website, and I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I've been trying to streamline this online. And has anybody else been having issues with this? Or
well, right now you called in. You go to radioleverage.com?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to the blogtalkradio.com, and I'm on the traffic report up here, and I push play, and it's not, like, streamlining. I can't hear anything. But I can do the replays, but when you're live, I can't listen in.
Well, you should be able to. We stream them live, and I'll look into Blog Talk Radio to see if there's an issue there. But thank you for calling in nonetheless, Alexis from Texas. You haven't heard this
and
before.
I wanted to mention really quickly that on here someone had made a comment. I guess they were listening in, and they had said that they are finding a lot of success with Traffic Authority, and they haven't even bought traffic yet. I think his name was Joseph from New York. So he says he's keeping it pushing, and he's finding success even though he's not all in. So that helped motivate me, and hopefully it will keep encouraging other people.
Well, let me say this, okay? First off, I want to thank you, Alexis, for calling in here today. And we do have people. As a matter of fact, I was just remember the other day, one of the Joes, there's a few Joes out here. One of them said, hey, I was just listening to the live stream, and I picked up the phone and called in because I wanted to mention something to you. And also, you're talking about this gentleman in New York, and yes, all in is all in, and buying traffic is all in as well. People, we heard earlier today, Rebecca talking about one of her new people who came in all in, bought traffic, and boom, cracks into the top 50 out of thousands of people. And so, yeah, but there are many, many ways for you to generate traffic. This is the Traffic Authority, and in the Traffic Academy, you will learn that there are ways, and if you get a premium reseller license, there are some Vincent Ortega tricks in there. Vincent Ortega talks in there about his Facebook strategy and how he made money on the internet before he had a list, utilizing that Facebook strategy. We hear all the time, Gilbert James, making sales. People are making sales because they're just following the training. 7002, you're next up. Good morning. Hello. 7002, can you hear me? Oh, that's a shame. How about you, 6759, can you hear me? 6759?
Yeah, this is Larry King from Oklahoma. How you doing, Joe?
I'm great. Larry, how are you this morning?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm an ex-soldier, man, and I need my daily report, Joe. I didn't get mine. That's what I need to have to get my mission set. And I just want to give a shout-out for that. I really appreciate Traffic Authority, man. I love it to death, and I just need my marching orders.
I'll send you it off, okay? I apparently there was a problem because so many of you are saying the same thing, and I'm going to make sure I resend that email, Larry King. Make sure that you keep your eyes peeled to your email. I'll make sure it gets out to you today, okay?
Okay, my email address is larrybuzz@att.net.
B-U-Z-Z?
1Z.
1Z? Okay.
Yes.
At att.net. You're welcome, Larry.
All right.
Larry Buzz calling, and thank you very much. Again, I'm sorry you guys are not getting that email from this morning because I labor over that bad boy. I sit here and I want to make sure that email communicates a message and then you guys are taking action and you're registering for webinars, and the fact that it didn't arrive is like, 9453, San Diego area, calling in. Good morning. Hello, 9453, it's your turn. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Is this hello 9453? Wake up! It's your turn. Hello 9453. Hello.
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 Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
This is Kwan from Las Vegas.
Hey, Kwan, how are you, man?
Hey, I'm good. Sorry about that. I'm driving picking up my girl from the airport at the same time I'm on the phone.
No problem. How can I help you today? Sorry for playing with you there, man. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but got to have some fun.
Oh, no, it's all good. I've been waiting in the queue, so right when you logged me in, then it just happened to go out. I don't have the best service with this AT&T, and then I'm at the airport, so.
No problem. How can I help you today, sir?
What I wanted to say was that,
Oh, man. I just got a notification that caller dropped. That's a bummer. All right. We'll keep it moving here. Let's see if we can get him back out here. 3391. You back? Hello, 3391. Hello. See what happens? We get late into the queue here, Pete. We get late into the radio show, and people seem to be falling asleep. 8936, you're next up. Hello, 8936.
Hi, Joe. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Who's this?
Hi. This is Peggy from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How are you?
Peggy, I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, Joe. I just want to let you know, I joined on September 17th, and within my first 2 weeks, I got my first sale, which, yay, I'm excited.
Excellent.
I've got a couple of problems, though. When the training said not to use the Gmail for my leads or my emails, and I changed it. But since then, I haven't gotten any mail from you guys in either place, either my new Comcast or my old Gmail. It's like I just disappeared.
All right, give me your most recent email account, Peggy, and I'll make sure that we get you added into the database.
It's PMENK.
Okay.
52.
Okay.
At Comcast.net.
Okay, I'll make sure that you're added in there.
Okay,
That's
Go ahead.
PM as in Mary. Go ahead. I'll just shut up. Go ahead.
P for Peggy, M for Mary, E for Edward, N for Nancy, K for Kite, E for Edward 52 at Comcast.net.
Got it. Well,
okay, and I've got another problem.
Okay, what's your other problem? No problem. Go ahead.
Well, my other problem is ever since I joined, there's 3. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing this, but there's 3 videos that have not worked at all on my computer. I can get all of the other videos, but there's 3 under the Traffic Academy that I haven't been able to watch from day one. I did put in a ticket. I waited for like 3 days, and then finally they said it was resolved, but I still couldn't see the videos. And I watched a webinar where Steve Schumacher said that if anybody was having PC problems to contact him, which I did, and he had control of my computer. He did a bunch of different stuff and couldn't get it resolved. And he went back to his computer, and he looked on his Traffic Academy, and those same 3 videos didn't work on his either.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to.
I don't know what's going on. I have cleared the cache. I've made sure everything was up to date as far as on my end. But there's something really wrong, and I really want to see those videos, Joe.
Okay. Well, can I understand which are the 3 videos that you can't see, so I can put in a support ticket for you, or can you put in the 3 specific videos you're talking about? Which ones are
How a sales funnel works.
Okay. Next one.
Maximizing your leads.
Okay.
And recommended traffic sources.
Okay. I will put in a ticket.
I haven't seen them from day one, and I know you guys are really working. I know that everything's being caught up to date and everything, and I understand that they're really busy, and I appreciate everything they're doing for us. But I really do want to see these videos.
Okie dokie. I'll get on it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Peggy. We'll make sure you get you into the database, and we'll get on that video issue as quickly as
Joe.
we possibly.
I love listening to you in the mornings. It's really inspirational. Thanks.
Well, you inspire me. Thank you very much. We'll get on that right away. We'll keep it moving this morning. This is 5947. Is this Kenneth in Mississippi?
Yes. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Kenneth. How are you today?
I'm blessed. I'm just glad to be here, and I don't take up no lot of time. Just still checking in and just saying hey to everybody, and everybody keep your heads up, and it's gonna work on out. You know, I look and I'm still getting some leads and hadn't made another commission yet, but I know I was busy this morning. I missed the first part of the radio show because I was still sending out emails and things, trying to get them to the radio show and different things. So I finally got here.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Kenneth.
Trying to put in the work, so I know it's going to turn over out a while. I just got to keep working exactly like any other job. You got to get out and go to work. So I've been working.
That's correct. If it was free, everybody would do it. And if it was easy, everybody would be a millionaire. It's simple, but it's not easy because the simple part is just pointing and clicking, sending some emails, showing up for the radio show. Most people, unfortunately, require the discipline but Kenneth, you have that. Thank you very much. Kenneth in Mississippi checking in every day. 6102, you're next up. Good morning. 6102. 6102. Damn, I hate to do that to people who've been waiting around. Here's somebody calling in on Skype. All ones. Good morning.
That's to me. That's
Hey,
Celeste.
good morning. Hey, Celeste, how are you today?
I'm just wonderful, fantastic. I'm very resilient, obviously, because even when I bump into what seems to be a barrier, I just keep pressing on. I just keep right on going. On going. And you know, I hear you guys talking about the email deal. Let me tell you something. I got two computers sitting next to each other. One is all-in-one and one is a regular PC. Okay, I can get email coming in, and the email on one of the computers comes in prompto. Someone's talking to me, they put it in, and I say, oh yeah, I see it right there. And the other one, 3 hours later, it shows a different time. Okay, so what I'm trying to express that to everyone so they can understand the system. And then I wanted to also put this in about Gmail. Gmail, you can have mail that's coming to you regularly. I've been in a group where I was getting regular email, and at one point there was certain messages that they started sending through. The email wasn't coming through at all. Where was it? It was in spam. Okay? That was another place where it was delivered to spam as if it was spam, and it had been coming to my inbox all the time for months and months. And then now all of a sudden, they filter like that, and certain words will prompt them and cue them, and they make their decision. Gmail, you really have to. I have other email addresses that are different, and they come. There's a certain sequence in what comes in there and what does not come in there. Okay, so you're able to evaluate the system because you're looking at it broadly rather than just one point. You see, so you do need the alternative email addresses for a function because you want to follow up on things and screen and see what's happening with them. And then you want to do that also so that you keep up with your mail, keep it separated, segment your mail, you know. So those are things that I'm trying to say to you about this. Because my experience has been my experiences with the other companies was very negative, but I was able to evaluate a lot. I always looked at the system from reference of me. I would look at me first to see what I was doing wrong, and then I would look at the situation and evaluate it from that point. And once if it went and directed itself to the company or to the the vendor, then I would let them know about it. But I had already kind of worked out for me first. Start with me first, go backwards, and then go that way, and then get to the point. So I eliminated a lot of other stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do, Celeste, and thank you very much. I know this has been this has been very, very helpful. Okay, this has been very, very helpful because what you just took right now, and this is what I love. Okay, and you know about the law of attraction. What you're talking about, Celeste, is taking responsibility, right? You took the time, you took the responsibility, you started doing some research, and before you know it, you start uncovering some things, right? And that is true, okay? That is true. Thank you very much, Celeste. You heard me talking about you earlier in the day. You're one of them teachers, man. For real. All right. 7050. 7050 is watching some TV. Now, 7050, what are you doing watching TV? You could be listening to the radio show, and you could be sending out emails, and you could be posting on Facebook, and you could be posting on Instagram right now, and you could be harvesting some Twitter, but you'd be watching TV. Oh man, my heart is now broken by you 7050. But 5015, come on out here. Lift me up.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm Jean from New York.
Hey, Jean, how are you today?
I'm great. What I want to find out is when you mail when you send those new emails out, because I didn't receive mine either, would it have the link for the webinar tonight?
All right, here's the link for the webinar tonight, Jean. Thank you very much. And there must have been some kind of a mess up on the emails, right? Really?
I know.
Because, okay, so I'm sorry about that.
We usually get them one time anyway. So this is the first time I see.
I'll make sure that we get them out to you again today. I really, really apologize. So here's the deal. Here's the webinar link. You can go there right now. Here it is. Ready? TrafficWebLive.net.
Okay.
Go to TrafficWebLive.net. You can register for tonight's webinar. It takes place at 8 p.m. Eastern. The webinar is going to be really, really cool. We got a lot of stuff lined up for you. We've got some brand new stuff, something you've never heard of before. There's going to be something in there that is brand spanking new that I know that you're going to be excited about. Here he is back in the queue. He's bringing his hammer, and he has his, you got your Polish spoon, and you've got your gigantic kitchen knife. Diamond Dave.
Boy. All right.
What do you?
That's enough. That's enough. All right, guys, everybody listen up real quick. For those of you who are having trouble with that Capture Page 3, now I'm not on the support side, so I don't have access to the back office or anything, well, their back office or anything like that. So, but I am pretty good with computers, so I definitely did some testing to make sure everything is working on every browser. I have tested it. It does show up. And so that leads me to believe that you may have an issue on your own computer. Now, that could be caused by outdated software or even too updated software. The software could have been updated last night. It's hard to tell. So it's probably something on your side. Cleaning your cache, cleaning your cookies, rebooting, all that stuff can help it if that is the issue. So it does show up. However, I don't want people out there, and I'm sure Joe feels the same way, don't use that as an excuse to not get traffic to that page. There is a solution, probably the thing I use the most on my traffic is other website. You simply go get the link from your back office because it is available in the back office. If you don't know the link, it's very easy to remember. So it'll be the same link you have, and then instead of CP2, it'll say CP3, and then your username. So whatever capture page you're using, the Google one or the other one, you're going to, wherever it says CP1 and 2 right now, just change that to CP3 / your username. That will give you your link to the capture page 3. Then you just take that capture page 3, paste that into where you want to send your traffic. First, select other website and just paste that there. Don't worry about the drop-downs. The drop-down makes it easy, but if it's not working, guys, do not get hung up on that stuff. There's a lot of people that get hung up on that stuff saying, it doesn't work, oh my God, what am I going to do? Well, it's simple. Just use the manual. It's sort of like if the door in your car doesn't open because you're hitting your clicker, you're holding the key in your hand. Turn the key. Okay, guys, so that should help you out there. As far as the email problem that Joe's having, that they're having with that, it could be several things, Joe. It's probably because because the list is so big now, you may very well have to start sending it 4 o'clock. Email sent out from our Get Response pages, even from every autoresponder that goes out there. Email is sent out in bunches. You cannot send 70,000 emails at one time. The powers that be will shut you down. You cannot do that. You have to send them out in batches. So I'm sure that those of us who are here are probably in the batch that just didn't get it yet. It probably won't hurt to send it back out, but guys, just be patient on that. It will come through, okay? But that's what I wanted to get you guys, because everybody seems to be stressing out over those two things, over the entire call that I've heard, but there are solutions for that, guys. So copy and paste your link for other website, and the mail will come through. But it's good that you're letting people know. I mean, it definitely is good that you're letting people know that it's not coming through. So, Joe, if there was another thing that popped up I missed, I may have missed it. I did have to go get something to drink in this meantime. So
me and you both, brother. Me and you both. Thank you
gotta
very much.
Start having commercials. If you want, I can come on in between, so you can run to the bathroom and get a Coke or something. I'll be like, doo, 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 doo. And now a word from our sponsors.
Maybe we will. Maybe I'm going to start playing that Boom Shakalaka song that I included in the email that I sent out over the weekend.
You don't want to scare people away.
This is true. Thank you very much, bro.
So I hope that helps everybody. And Reen, if you're still on the phone, we're going to get your Skype. We're going to get you hooked up on Skype now, so I can get your stuff fixed for you. So
there you go.
Everybody else, thanks for. I hope that helps you guys.
It does. Thank you very much, Diamond Dave, checking in from Tinley Park, just south side of Chicago. 3670. You're next.
Hey, Joe. This is Cassandra from Louisville, Kentucky. How are you?
Cassandra, I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Joe, I was calling because I haven't been on the calls very much, and I was wondering, I mean, when we're on the call, do you automatically know that we're on the call, or we have to speak in order to get some points?
All right, well, here's the deal. No, well, we're going to – this is like, okay, truth, right? This is like we're relying on you to tell the truth. Okay, if you were on the call, then you go and you take 3 points for being on the call. You don't have to press one to come out here, but you listen to the call and you get the 3 points. And this is just like it's like the honor system, Cassandra. It's the honor system because we get thousands of people listening to this, right? Okay, we've been here right now for over 2 hours, and so yeah, maybe in the future. But what we're going to do is just ask you to be honest, right? You know what you do. You know if you're being honest. So you're on the call. Yeah. Boom shakalaka. You get 3 points.
Okay, all right. I just want to know because I wasn't for sure if I had to speak,
No. Just as long as you're doing the thing, okay? Just as long as you're showing up and you're listening, and hopefully you're learning from this group that we have here, this enormous group of ninjas who do their stuff, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you, Cassandra.
Thank you. Okay, have a good day.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. 3 points are you in swoosh, a 3-pointer. 8171. You're next up.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Beverly here in Medford. Yeah.
Beverly, I see that your traffic is flowing. Thank you very much for the nice shout out on Facebook.
I appreciate that so much. It didn't take no time at all to get that resolved, and I sure appreciate it. I know I was another one that didn't get an email this morning. That's only happened once before, so I know you'll take care of that. But also, I am having the same problem with I think it's the same 3 videos. I have not been able to watch them since day one, and I sent in the support, and I told them, I did what they told me to do, but it's still not working.
All right, well, listen, thank you very much for reporting that, Beverly, and we're going to I already did send in another support ticket for those 3 videos. Those videos are how a sales funnel works, maximizing, and then recommended traffic source.
Yes, that's correct.
That's correct. We got that from Peggy in Pittsburgh as well. Beverly, thank you very much for pointing that out. We'll get on that this morning and make sure that we get a support ticket in there. Listen, can you believe we've gotten to the last person in the queue? Beverly, you put a bow on this thing for us. What a morning it has been. Thank you, Beverly and Cassandra, Diamond Dave twice, Jean in New York, and Celeste. Thank you very much, Celeste. Kenneth in Mississippi, keep it up, man. Keep focusing on what has to happen. I want to thank Pittsburgh Peggy for calling in, and Kawan, Larry, the soldier, Larry King, thank you very much. Alexis from Texas. Kenneth talking about scaling. Kenneth calling in from Pittsburgh. We had Earl twice, Charles, Mallory, George, Robert Bradshaw. I want to thank Kara. Kara talking about action plus belief plus consistency equals results. Richard in New York. Ken in Cape Coral, Florida. Alexa.com rankings brought to you by Rebecca calling in from Stonehenge. I also want to thank Steve Schumacher this morning and Frank. I want to thank Southside Fred for supporting me in the No Ketchup on a Hot Dog campaign. Also, Carlos, thank you very much. Gilbert James, Joe in Greeley, Colorado. Jody Shackley calling in, one of our new customer service representatives calling in this morning. Donald in Omaha, thank you very much. Jerry from Springfield, Missouri calling in. Barry in Tucson. Karen in Piney Woods, East Texas. If I forgot you, forgive me. I didn't forget you. You've left an impression. It's just that when you look at my notepad, I would say that I could have been a doctor based on the way that I write. Listen, I want to thank everybody for being here this morning. We're going to be back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. We're going to be at TrafficWebLive.net. TrafficWebLive.net. It is the Tuesday evening reseller training featuring Adam Whiting. We've got some new material, some new information we're going to be sharing with you. So make sure that you are there. In the meantime, go on Facebook, post a testimonial, get out there and start, sending more email, posting more Facebooks, putting some more stuff out there. Make sure to use your link so you get credit for every single sign up, every single click that you deserve, that you have earned. It has been a really exciting morning. Man, this thing is growing faster than I even imagined it would. Thank you, guys. Until tomorrow. No, until tonight. See you at 8 p.m. TrafficWebLive.net.